You're listening to Health Professional Radio. My name is Wayne Buckler, and today my guest is Adam Bilney. Adam's the manager of the medical division of a firm called Outerspace. Adam, welcome to Health Professional Radio.
Thank you, Wayne. A pleasure to be here.
Now, Adam, Outerspace is not a name that immediately brings to mind what the company does. Tell us a little bit about what you do at Outerspace and what Outerspace does.
Certainly. Yeah, look, Outerspace Design are a company that not many of you have heard of, but most of you would have actually interacted with a product we've designed. So we've been around for about 25 years, and we're a product design company. So basically what that means is someone that has a good idea comes to us with their idea, and we help them turn it into a reality. So we work in a fairly diverse area across different sectors. So we do things like we've had projects working on metal detectors and neural diagnostic devices. We've had custom surgical tools. We've had iPad cases. We've worked on electric guitars. It's quite a range of products. So it's really a matter of us just being able to. Basically, someone comes with an idea and we turn it into a real product.
Okay. Now I would have thought that was kind of an engineering starting point or an electronics starting point. You're saying design is where it starts.
Well, we are a mixture of engineers and designers.
Okay.
So normally what happens is a client will address a need. So, for example, in the surgical space, we've had some people come to us with ideas for products that maybe existing products are too expensive or too difficult to work with, and we've been able to identify different ways of making the product or different ways of designing it so that it's easy to use, which then allows them to get a new product into the market to address a need that exists within the hospital system.
Now, Adam, I have to confess, I think you're the first ever design company we've interviewed on Health Professional Radio. How does the process work?
So it's not as daunting as what you might think. Normally, it involves because we're not surgeons, we're not clinicians. We have to understand what the problem is. So someone will come to us and tell us what their idea is, and then often we'll actually then go out and observe them in their environment. It may be we're watching open heart surgery, or we're seeing some frustrations nurses are having working with existing devices. And then we come back here, we get a few guys in a room, and we brainstorm creative ideas. And that's basically how things start. So we try and find creative solutions that people haven't thought of and start to make them tangible by drawing pictures of them, by carving them out of balsa wood, by machining them, by 3D printing in some cases, and that's where it starts.
You're listening to Health Professional Radio with Wayne Buckler. My guest is Adam Bilney, manager of the medical division of Outerspace Design, and we've been talking about the fascinating process of turning ideas in the medical realm into real products. So, Adam, is this something that is commonplace? Is there a design company involved in most things?
Yeah, look, design companies normally come into it when the person that has the idea or the company just doesn't have that capability. For example, we work with many clients who are experts in electronics or they're experts in software, but they're not experts in mechanical things. So we sort of fill that gap. So I mentioned before that you've probably interacted with a product we've designed. You've probably swiped your credit card at a BP service station. We've done payment systems for credit card companies like Quest Payment Systems, and we've designed eskies. So there's a number of products over the years that you would have interacted with.
Now, most of our audience, Adam, as I've mentioned before, are clinicians, normally nurses, doctors, allied health professionals working in hospitals. What's the takeaway message that you'd like clinicians to get out of our chat today?
Well, a lot of clinicians are not sure where to start when it comes to product design. A lot of them walk around with great ideas and often give away those ideas for nothing to existing companies. The take-home message I'd like to send out is that your idea can turn into your own product, and with some guidance from product design experts, you can actually successfully start up a company to commercialise your ideas.
That's a significant point, I guess, is that you do often hear the conversations of people who have good ideas, and it just kind of falls into the lap of whoever picks it up from conversation around the board table or the dining room table or the lunchroom table.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that is evident is that the big companies aren't actually doing the work. They're not in the surgery. They're not getting their hands dirty. They don't see the problems that exist with their own products. So often the person that's using the products knows more about how to improve it than the company that's made the product.
Good point. So, Adam, how do people make a start here? Is it as easy as just contacting you off your website?
Yeah, look, we're very happy to have an initial conversation. Designing a product is a multidisciplinary. There's a multidisciplinary approach needed. You do need to have some intellectual property. For example, your new idea needs to not have been developed by someone else. But then it's very easy to set those things up following an initial meeting with us.
Mm-hmm. And the best place to get in touch with you is at your website, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. At outerspace.co, you'll see some examples of other products that we've designed, and if you send us an email, we can give you some examples of other products that might be more relevant to you, that give you some examples of what can be done.
Now, I'm forever getting in trouble for mentioning websites and not giving people due warning, so this one, pencils ready, folks. This one is www.outerspace.co. C-O. It's not a typo. It's not meant to be com. So www.outerspace.co.
That's great. Thank you, Wayne.
You're welcome. Adam, my favourite question. In every industry there are misconceptions. What's the biggest misconception about your business that drives you nuts and keeps you awake at night?
That's a good question. Look, I think a lot of people think that we have to take ownership in the intellectual property of the new idea. So people are concerned about giving away their intellectual property. One thing that is pretty common across all product development companies is if you pay for us to do the work, then you own all the IP. So if we come up with a new idea that is for you, then you keep that idea, you can patent that idea, the royalties are yours. So you don't lose your ideas by talking to product development companies.
I can understand why that would be a misconception. Thank you for clarifying that for us, Adam. I've been in conversation today with Adam Bilney, who's the manager of the medical division at Outerspace Design. Adam, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Wayne. It's been a pleasure, and look forward to hearing from some of your listeners.
We hope to achieve that. If you've just missed us today, there's a transcript of our conversation on our website at www.hpr.fm, and the audio file is also available on YouTube and on SoundCloud and on our website as well. This is Wayne Buckler. You're listening to Health Professional Radio.